What's going on, everyone? So, the Los Angeles Lakers pulled off a very much needed win against the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, at this point, every game is an absolute must win. LeBron James said himself, hey, we went from we have very few margin of error to we have literally no margin for error. But this was by no stretch of the imagination the prettiest win that the Lakers have had this year. Luckily, the NBA doesn't matter. There's no style points for wins or losses. It's just, hey, get the W. It's the same in the win column regardless. Lakers did what they usually like to do, which is like let teams hang around and then in the fourth quarter try to create that separation and just kind of run away with the game. They were able to do it against the 76ers. They got a break, no Joel Embiid, so that was huge. They did a pretty good job on Tyrese Maxey. Yes, Maxey had 27 points, but he was 10 of 26. Took him 26 shots to put up that 27, which is good. But from the Lakers side of things, Anthony Davis was a monster in many ways, and they were doing everything they could to try to slow him down. Their entire defensive scheme was basically just throw bodies at Anthony Davis whenever he got the ball in the post, and he was still able to give you 23 points, 19 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 blocks. This is the Anthony Davis we need, right? We need this dominant version of AD, being aggressive, being physical. Obviously, there was no Joel Embiid, so I'm sure that helped and did wonders for Anthony Davis, not having to bang with Joel Embiid down low. He doesn't have a great track record against those, European foreign type centers. So for Anthony Davis to basically do what he did was very much needed. Again, D'Angelo Russell ends up setting the most threes by a Laker player, which was great. He ended up hitting 4 and shooting 40% from three-point range. He's just kind of evolved into our high-volume three-point shooter. LeBron James did LeBron James things. However, the turnovers. This was inexcusable, right? The Lakers had 21 turnovers and only had 22 assists. They had nearly as many turnovers as they did assists. LeBron James had 8 turnovers to 6 assists. Got to do a better job taking care of the basketball. D'Angelo Russell, he's been great this season for the most part of taking care of the basketball. I mean, he's had like 14 assist games and not had any turnovers, but he didn't do that this game. He had 5 turnovers in this game to 3 assists. Again, you can't be having more turnovers than you are assists. It's just you're not going to win very many games doing that, having this many turnovers and this many functions. Austin Reeves, look, I've talked about it. I like Austin a lot. I do. But he hasn't been consistent this year. He had a couple nice little highlight moves, a couple little highlight plays, a little behind the back pass to, who was it, Rui, but he kind of lucked into that, right? I mean, he almost turned the ball over and lost the ball. When he's not shooting great, he's almost unplayable out there on the basketball court. Like, he just getting targeted and attacked and turning the ball over and just being careless and can't find a shot. And it's just like, it's rough, man. He played 33 minutes, and I think it was 13 minutes too many. Like, again, if he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it. That's the point of having this roster, having this depth, having the team that you have, right? Like, you utilize the pieces that you have, utilize the roster that you have, and put yourself in a position to have success with the other pieces when somebody else isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Austin Reeves was struggling this night. Hey, it's okay, buddy. Did great in the minutes you were in. Take a seat. Let's let Spencer Dinwiddie, who was actually having a good night, maybe get some more minutes. Or Max Christie, maybe he gets a little more opportunity. Whatever. I mean, Austin Reeves hit 2 huge threes. I don't want to take that away from him, but it's usually he does that a lot. Like the like into shot clock threes that he just gets, ends up knocking him down almost every time. It's pretty crazy, but it's one of those things where it's like we need to consistently put together a better performance and a better effort. The Lakers are so game by game. It's crazy, right? It's like you never know which team is actually going to show up. You never know which Lakers team is going to end up playing like the Atlanta Hawks game. And look, I get it's Atlanta, but it was the way that they played. 39 assists to 8 turnovers. Sharing the basketball, balls and sticking. Guys in position to where they need to be in position, right? Guys doing the things necessary and just playing the right way. Like those are the things that we need to continue to build good habits going into the play-in and going into the playoffs, right? Us playing like we did against the Sixers, you're not winning many games that way. You're able to beat the Sixers because they don't have Joel Embiid and they weren't shooting the ball great. So you were able to kind of pull away towards the end. And it's like, again, you start playing these good teams. You do this in the playoffs, you're going to get ran out the building. And so the Lakers need to do a better job on both sides of the ball, really, but taking care of the basketball and playing the right way. Look, could this have been one of those hey, we had a little rust. We took 4 days off, 3 days off. Didn't look like they had any real practices or anything like that. We were out of rhythm. We were out of touch, right? Got back into it, and we were able to still pull out this win. That's my hope, right? My hope is that it was just, hey, they were getting off the rust. This is the rust game, and they'll be able to get back in stride and play the right way and handle business against the Indiana Pacers. Right? That's the idea. That's the goal. Lakers need to win at least 9 more games the rest of the way. You got one. I said 10-3. You got one. So now you need to go 9-3 the rest of the way. And it's very doable. Very doable. And one of these teams is probably going to fall. Doesn't really look like it right now. I know it kind of feels like, but most of these teams, like the Pelicans, the Mavs, the Suns, the Kings, most of these teams play each other multiple times still. And somebody's got to win those games. Somebody's got to come out the victor in those games. And so hopefully it is a team like, the Suns or, even the Pelicans just lost Brandon Ingram. Like the Lakers got a couple nice breaks. Now, hopefully the Lakers handle their end of the deal because we can't control what other teams do. We can't control other teams winning or losing. But what we can do is we can control our wins and losses. We control our wins. Guess what? One of those other teams fall and end up being in a position that they weren't supposed to be in, or they didn't think that they were going to be in, and now all of a sudden the Lakers get to pull away. Like, a lot can change. A lot can change in a very quick period of time. One of these teams go on a 3-4 game losing streak, and the Lakers go on a 4 or 5 game win streak. All of a sudden, everything's changed. The Lakers could be in the 8th seed or something and be in great shape. But we got to do our job. LeBron James and Anthony Davis need to continue to be the example, continue to be the catalyst for these games, really get guys energized and involved. Rui was a huge part of this, huge part, right? I mean, Rui had our first 7 games. And this is a game that I really felt Rui Hachimura should have been involved in more. I was actually a little disappointed he wasn't because he had our first 7 points. And the way that they were defending the Lakers, you could have had Rui Hachimura basically as the roll man where Anthony Davis could have just dumped the ball down to him or just, little pop out to Rui in the mid-range and just let him take 10 mid-range jumpers and he's going to make half of them, right? Like this is a game where I think Rui could have gotten you 25, 30 points. But just no real adjustments. Again, we have to get it together as a team. It wasn't the sexiest win, but hey, it's still a win. Got the dust off, got the rust off. Okay, fine. Let's get back to business. That's my hope. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you think that, all this was just the rust game? Lakers are fine. The bounce back. And we'll be in business. Do you have concerns after this game? Again, however you feel, what your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.